on Maaser Sheni, Perek Gimel, Mishnah Chet. 8th Mishnah in the 3rd chapter of Maaser Sheni. So, because the last Mishnah we learned about, trees that were half in and half outside, half outside of Yerushalayim. So now our Mishnah kind of, turns to a different topic, and it's going to talk about a similar idea of half in and half out. It's going to talk about the lishakot. The lishakot were the offices in the Beit Hamikdash. So the question becomes, if someone is in lishka, is the lishka considered inside the Beit Hamikdash or outside of the Beit Hamikdash? And the issue is, we'll look at the Bartender for a second. The question is, shchitat kachim kalim, achilat kodshei kodshim. You have to, in the Beit Hamikdash, if you want to, you have to shech a korban like a bechor. That's kachim kalim, light kachim. We'll learn this in Hilchot Kachim, in the Mishnah of Kachim. Or you want to eat kodshei kodshim like a korban shlamim. Ulitchayev aleh mishum tuma. And if you enter the Beit Hamikdash, you're a chayev if you're chayev mita, if you're tameh. So that's bad. So the question is, are these lishkot inside or outside? So what are the lishkot? So there's a Wikipedia entry on the lishkot. Okay, there's a whole picture, very nice. This is the Beit Hamikdash. This is called the Ezrat Nashim. When we get to Seder Kachim, we'll see this in much, much greater detail. Here's the Mizbeach. We're looking at it from above. Here's the entrance to the Beit Hamikdash. Okay, and here's where the Kaddish HaKaddashim is. Okay, so if you want to see, now according to, this is the Azara. This is called the Azara. And these are the Lishkot. They were the offices. And they had different purposes, as we'll see when we get to Kachim. Okay? But, as you'll see, some of them are inside, really smack inside the area of the Beit HaMikdash, and some of them are in the middle. Some of them have entrances from the inside, some have entrances from the outside only, and no, it seems like there's no entrance, and some have entrances both ways, which is really quite fascinating. So the question is, the Mishnah wants to know, our Mishnah wants to know, is it considered inside or outside? That's the topic of our Mishnah. It says the Mishnah, the shakot, the offices. Binuyot ba'kodesh u'petoch ptuchot lachol. If it's built in the kodesh, but it's open to the outside, then tochan kchol v'gagotehem kodesh. Then their inside, is chol. Why? Because it only opens to chol. It opens to the outside. But their gag is kodesh. The roof of it is considered kodesh. So let's go back to our picture. If it's on the inside, let's say it looks like this one, number 12, Beit Avtinas. I'm not saying this authoritatively because I'm not entirely sure, but let's assume that that's true. Let's make it a little, let's see if we can make it bigger. Okay. Oops, I made that, let's make that bigger. Here we go. Okay, we have this, let's see if I can make it a little bigger for you. According to this chart, let's make it smaller so you can see it. Here we are. I'll move me over. There we go. This Beit Avtinas, this Beit Avtinas, number 12, looks like it's open. I can't tell which way it's open. Looks like it's open to the outside. Some of them look like they're only open to the outside, not to the inside. This one looks like it's open both to the inside and the outside. In any case, says our Mishnah, if it's open only to the outside, then tochan chol, then even the inside, even though it's inside the walls of the Azara, it's considered outside. V'gagotehem kodesh, but their roof is considered kodesh. Says the Bartanura, this is only in a case, the Gemara is based on the Gemara in Psachim, shayu gagotehem shavot karka ha'azara. If the roof was equal to the karka, to the ground level of the Azara. So let's say it would lead out, right? It was on a lower level, right? The opening was on a lower level, but the roof was open to the Azara. Okay? In case, the lishka, the office was on the edge of the mountain. Why? Because if the roof was not adjacent, this is the Azara, the roof is here. The lishka is here, right? Over here, on the level below. And the roof is on top. Then, aliyot v'gagot lo nidkatshu. And we know that the aliyot and gagot are not kodesh. So therefore, this Mishnah must be talking about gagotehem kodesh, where the gag was on an equal level to the Azara itself. If it's built into chol, but open to kodesh, let's see if we can find one in our picture. If it's outside, but open to kodesh. This looks like this one over here. I don't know what this is. Okay, number 8 is Beit Anitzotz. It's outside, it's even inside. I think the Kahati says this one doesn't exist. If I recall correctly, the Kahati says this kind doesn't exist, but the Mishnah is giving a theoretical idea. B'niyot b'chol. I don't know if we can find it. Yeah, Tosefta says this never happened. But the Mishnah is teaching you that if they did, then the halacha would be similarly, it goes by the petach, by the door, and the inside is kodesh, and the gagu is chol. B'niyot b'kodesh ubachol, uptuchot lakodesh v'lachol. It's open. It's built in both kodesh and chol, and it's open both to kodesh and chol. If you look at our picture here, this is exactly this case. Beit Hamikdash. Beit Hamikdash was a central hangout for the Kohanim, and it opens to the Beit Hamikdash. It also opens to the outside. That's exactly that. So there's a line here. You'll see there's a line. It's halfway in and halfway out. It says the Mishnah. Okay. Tochan. So the case. Let's read it again. B'nuyot b'kodesh ubachol. It's open in kodesh. It's built in kodesh and chol. Uptuchot la kodesh v'lachol, and it's open to kodesh and chol. Tochan v'gagotehem mikeneged hakodesh v'lakodesh kodesh. So then the places inside and the roof corresponding to kodesh is kodesh. Mikeneged hachol v'lachol, but outside, corresponding to the outside and out is chol. So I guess they must have had a line in here or something that you would know where the line of demarcation was in the Beit Hamikdash. So you would know that's outside and that's inside. And over here, theoretically, you could shecht. And outside here, you couldn't shecht. I'm sure they didn't shecht anywhere in the Beit Hamikdash because they didn't want people making mistakes. But nonetheless, if a tamei person came into the Beit Hamikdash but was before this line, he's not chayav, he's not asur. Whereas if he was not chayav mishum tumah. But if he was over the line, he would be. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, let's see if you have any comments or questions, email me at arspoter@gmail.com, and we'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Reb Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.